hi people in Rise Africa. I was asked to share some of my perspectives on the future of African cities. I think this is a very difficult question because we should recognize that the fact that Africa is the most urbanizing region of the world put the issue of imagining the future of African cities as a very challenging one. Not only in terms of numbers, we know that Africa will count 1,200,000,000 people, city dwellers, by 2050, which is today against 600 million today. It means that the population in cities have been doubled between now and the year 2050. In terms of also the kind of urbanism these cities are offering. And of course, we believe, and we strongly believe, that the future of Africa is closely linked to the future of African cities. But nobody can imagine what could be the future of African cities if we take for granted that the dynamism that we are seeing in African cities today will be pursued the way they are. What does that mean? I mean that we don't know exactly which cities we are talking about and whose city we are talking about. The normal understanding of what we call cities derives from what we know of the western and northern cities. But the reality is that the kind of landscape that we encounter in most of African cities, the share of this commonly accepted understanding of a city is less than 1/3 to the best of the city. Most of the city is rated informal, under-equipped. And if we say this is the future of African cities, then people will say, I don't want to be part of it. But we don't have a choice but to understand that the reality of today is that African cities are mostly informal in terms of the equipment and infrastructure, in terms of their economies. But at the same time, these cities has a capacity of resilience that forces admiration. So the social fabric of African cities challenges the understanding of the way we describe cities. Now, given this fact, we need to consider how the city dwellers will be reinventing their cities in the future. And this challenges the way we plan cities. If you take an example of a city like Lagos, where there is an addition of over 300,000 people per year, how can you plan it ahead, given, let's say, the lack of public money, given the pace of the growth, given the difficulties of the sites that have to host these newcomers? You have to rely on the creativity of people themselves. But if you do so, then how do you avoid the urban sprawl? How do you avoid the unsustainable way of developing cities? How do we work with the people to make them understand that the future of this humanity lies in the choices they are doing in terms of access to energy, access to water, protection of the environment, and so on. So, my concern is that doing business as usual will not lead us anywhere. We have to reinvent urbanism, sustainable cities with the people. Science can help, but engagement of the people will be key. Thank you.